right, guys, we're back for what are what are you calling this?
I think the thumbnail says live from the shop.
I like it. I like it. Live from the shop. If you want to join in on this message, Cole Buckner or myself, Cole's going to kind of manage this tonight, so it's going to be kind of fun. I'm going to be backstage, but I got a lot of stuff going on at the house trying to get ready for Saturday's two-lane throwdown. But Cole has some super cool updates from last week's live stream from the shop. So, two things. Cole's going to be working in the shop. And then, if you want to also tell stories and work in the shop alongside Cole, but from your shop, hit us up. Let us know. We'll send you the link to make you a guest. I can add you on there and all that kind of stuff. And then we'll go from there. It'll be kind of fun. This is going to be something that's reoccurring that was kind of Cole's baby. Cole's part of the race weight program, and that's we started that more for accountability. Obviously, Cole isn't losing weight, but he's exercising and things like that within that, which is kind of the whole process behind that. For a lot of people, we want to lose weight, but it's also about a healthier lifestyle, all that stuff, right? But we know how it goes, man. We start working towards getting close to events and stuff, and you really need to put in that hour a day in the shop. You need to kind of put in that time and get out there and do that. And so Cole has graciously said, hey, look, I'm going to be in the shop. Let's get some folks in here making comments like Clark's Auto and Performance, who was in here last week. So we're going to have a fun time with that. He's not in here yet, but I'm sure he will be here in just a little bit. And it'll be fun to kind of tell the story because last week, bad news, bro. Like you were working to get it started. So kind of go through what happened last week and then what's happened to that after that.
So blew up the engine in March, rebuilt it in a month, did 99% of it right. But there's 1% I got wrong, and I'll see if I can take y'all with me.
Yeah.
Right down in there, and I should have taken the main cap off to show y'all, but there is a plug in the block under this cap. This is where the oil pump goes on. Mm-hmm. And that plug sits between the oil out and the oil into the filter, and I missed it.
Oh, man.
And so
why would they put a plug there? Like, what would be the reason?
Refresh during the break and drive, wiped the main bearings.
Jeez.
Here's one to show an example.
Ooh, gross.
Wiped the main bearings and had to get the crank turned again. And so I've got everything apart, and I just picked up a parts washer from Harbor Freight that I'm putting together this evening to start washing stuff and putting it away and cataloging if there's anything else I need to order before I put it back together. Needless to say, I don't think I'm making my race this Saturday. But
dang it.
We just want to get it back together the right way, and then I can drive it for the rest of the summer and maybe hit one more event before I go to 666 in September.
Nice. All right. Well, so here's kind of my plan. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors who make all the stuff here at Drag Drive Repeat. And then I'm going to hand it over to Cole and let him take over while I kind of handle some stuff. Again, I'll be popping in and out, checking on your progress and things like that. But big shout out to our sponsors, Summit Racing, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Deech Works, the official fuel delivery of Drag Drive Repeat. And then we've got Howard's Cams, J-Wire Solutions, AFCO Racing Products, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, and Low Dollar Motorsport. Guys, if you're looking to do some shopping and you need some stuff, hit those guys up. Find the parts you need there. If you need some tech advice, hit us up. Hit me or Eric, and we can get you in contact with the person over at any of these places that can kind of answer that stuff. So, Cole, I'm going to hand it over to you, buddy. If you need anything, just send me a message. I'm going to kind of be around. So, if you need me, I'll catch it eventually.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.
All right, buddy. Thanks, man. See you.
Okay. Well, I'm not much of a self-talker, so it'll probably be quiet for a little while until a few people join in and hang out. But I'm just putting together a parts washer right now so that I can start cleaning everything up. And I'm just going to get to work. go. Okay. I heard some dinging. What was all that dinging about? Oh, is that what that is? Okay. So hope I don't miss any messages. I know that's the shop. This thing's bigger than I thought. Alright, I'm getting blips. Where are they? Oh, okay. There we go. Central machinery parts washer with pump. Interesting twist for drink.
Yeah, just got a message from Jim Forbes, who is in Arizona
Yeah.
and doing the Great American Detour here next week. And he said that he's not going to jump on, but he's wrenching tonight, but he's not wrenching on the car he's taken. Let me see if I can get this pulled up. How about this, bro? How cool is that?
What is that?
Yeah, a 50s Chevrolet, I think.
It sure looks like a small block Chevy.
Yeah, Tri-5 Chevrolet maybe. And then small block Chevy in it. How cool is that, dude?
I like it.
Yeah. Jim
is he pulling the engine, or is he like restoring it, or
looks to me like he's putting it in and getting it all installed and stuff.
Okay, so he's getting it running as is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Jim's a super cool dude. He's one of the guys that what is the best way to here, so we're not watching double of it. He drove his, do you remember the gasser that Sick the Magazine gave away?
Yeah, the Chevy 2, the red Chevy 2.
Yep. Yeah. So Jim owned that, and before or after he sold that, he brought out a 53 or 6 Corvette that pulls no trailer and loads everything up. Dude, car's super cool. Jim Forbes is one of the, he's like he's an OG drag and drop guy. So super cool to have him working on stuff and actually going to have him on the Great American Detour. So kind of cool.
I'm gonna have to look him up. His name sounds familiar.
Yeah, Forbes.
He's got like I'm looking at his. I've drawn a blank. It's not your profile picture on Facebook. What's the other picture?
Oh, the cover photo.
The cover photo.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what that car is. Like old. Is it an Impala or a?
Let me look it up here.
And am I supposed to be able to? Are you seeing comments? Because I don't see anything on the right side of the screen.
That may be an Edsel, maybe. I bet it's an Edsel because it's got the letters on the side, EDS. I think that's EDSEL. But no comments yet, man. These people
Oh, okay.
let me down.
I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything.
Yeah, dang. Figured there'd be people in here talking. Maybe they're just going out to their shop to watch you work, and it's going to make them be accountable to work on stuff.
Yeah, it's always like either listening to a podcast in the shop or something, or the best time in the shop is if your friends are there, and your friends that are in town aren't always available. And so that was part of my idea with this is let's expand your pool of friends you can pull from that can hang out in the shop with you.
Yeah, right. How about this question from Larry Larson? He said he just posted this 45 minutes ago. He said, with all the hype the last couple of days, when was the last time a previous record holder at a major event finished the event? Now, what the hell does that even mean?
I think he's throwing shade at Lutz.
I get it, but I mean, like, interesting way to word that. Previous record holder at a major event finished the event.
I'm a big fan of both of them, and it's been disheartening every year watching Lutz go out day one or day two.
Well, so we were kind of arguing that earlier. Somebody else had made the post about Rick Ware racing and all this stuff, and I've really been debating on just diving off into this, but we'll do a little bit of it here. I'll just say that the Rick Ware Racing purchase of Mad Max interests me greatly. I think it's really a very interesting situation. Obviously, what Rick Ware does, like with drag racing, doesn't correspond to drag and drive. Like,
what is? I mean, I guess I'm living a bit under a rock with that because I saw that Lutz sold the car to Rick Ware Racing, but what does Rick Ware do?
Oh man, he's got a NHRA Top Fuel team that Clay Millican runs. He's got NASCARs. I mean, like, it is team built type stuff, and so it's pretty interesting when you think about the ramifications of somebody like that owning a car like Mad Max. Will that car become I don't want to even say sponsored type car, but like, are we looking at the first leg of like a professional drag and drive team setup?
Big.
Yeah. So they have people, they have transmission people, they have engine people, they have chassis people, all that kind of stuff. So obviously they can't do that during an event. They can't help with any of that during an event, but that they can help during testing.
Yeah, that could bring the money in for torture testing year round just to get ready to smash one record 1 year.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what it takes, because was it the last event that Lutz dropped out of? He wasn't even fully broke, but weather and time constraints didn't let him go make another pass. And he's like, I'm gone. He's like, I'm here to go fives every day, or I'm not here.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he turned in an 11 something, or would have turned in an 11 something on day one of sick week 26. And that, he's not going to, I stated in the arguments from Cooper Bogetti earlier, like, that's one rule: don't argue on the internet, on Facebook. But two, like, there's no point in doing it if that's your goal. Like, if that's your goal, like Lutz has done enough. He held the record for nearly 10 years. He has nothing to if he wants to come out and break the record that Ned Dunphy has now, that should be his prerogative. If you're not going to do that on an 11-second day one, pack that shit up and go home, or pack that shit up and have fun like what he did with Clay all week. They drove a supercharged C10 truck. Yeah, I mean, dude, do that. You're already there.
Well, yeah. But how much I can't. Well, you get kind of an idea of how much it takes to run that car. If you if you liken it to, I think Murder Nova said to run blue was like 10 grand for a weekend, just in,
Yeah.
like if you divide out all the wear and tear and changing rods and everything.
Yeah, and that's probably because he owns it. I know that the like KB Titan rental and stuff like that, that's anywhere from 30 to 50,000 a weekend to bring your whole crew and everything. So you start doing the math on a week of drag and drive and hotels and just the wear and tear normal stuff you're going to have coming into this. I mean, dude, it's every bit of 10 to 12, $15,000 for those guys.
Yeah. And so I can get it. You know, no one else can say they held the record for almost 10 years, or no, not 10 years, 2019, right? So 7 years.
No, 2016 was when he set the average record.
It was 9 years.
Yeah. Bailey was the one that set the single pass overall record in 2019.
Yeah, it's like no one else is in that shoe. No one's held the record for that long, and so like.
Right.
With how much work and how much money it costs, like I totally get him bailing out if he's not going to make it. It's just not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thought process behind that for me too. Is like, why wouldn't you go ahead and pack that up and go have fun?
Yeah. My question is now, and I doubt it, but does, you know, with you saying like this, you know, being the lead in to sponsor drag and drive racing, is this gonna, you know, not next year, not the year after, but 5-10 years down the line, is this gonna start turning this into like a prize money series?
Maybe.
Like, are enough of these guys gonna come in that it's gonna be like, I don't think Drag Week will do it just out of principle.
No, I think you will definitely have a.
It's like now it's $100 grand to win this week in the unlimited class. That kind of.
Yeah, but Rocky Mountain pays out really well. I mean, like Jason Hurley took home $17,000 last week, but that's not the main goal of the event, right?
I didn't know they really did payouts. Like I knew like they're kind of bounties on like records and stuff. I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Almost every class at Rocky Mountain has a payout, and then they pay out during the shootout too. And that's what I love about the Rocky Mountain setup. So maybe we'll see some of that. But here's the thing: like, is that bad? No. Is it good? I don't know. I mean, we're in one of the strangest times for drag and drive stuff because we've gone from, in 2022 there were 8 events or 11 events, and then now we're at 50. Like, there's an opportunity to where we could see a true, you know, winner take all $100,000 all out drag and drive shootout type deal. And like, I think the Havlicks probably have the right pool with their fastest streetcar shootout setup. You know, but you go to, like, those are just street cars. Those are 30-mile drive type deals. They don't make those cars drive now, except for the drag and drive shootout part of it. But, you know, they could make that 3 days and 100 miles or 100. I mean, what's 2 days worth of driving if you drove 75 or 80 miles a day between your thing? Say 100, right? That's a 3-hour trip in a hot rod. So you could do that pretty easy. You race on Friday, you drive Friday night or Saturday. Well, you race Friday night, you drive Saturday morning, race Saturday night, or Thursday. I like Thursday's qualifying. So let's do Thursday. You run a round of testing and qualifying. You drive Friday morning, you come back in, you make your qualifying runs. So testing Thursday, drive Friday morning, qualifying Friday night in front of everybody under the lights. Saturday morning, you get up, you drive 50 or 60 miles. It doesn't have to be just a ton. It's got to be enough to make it hard. But then you come back and you race under the lights in front of everybody, heads up, winner take all, $50,000 winner, whatever. I mean, you could do that, and you could pull out some really heavy hitters. Like, dude, Ron Rhodes did Drag Week last year, and he's a big X275, Pro 275 guy. So, I mean, like, right now, drag and drive is like a vacation for a bunch of folks. There's not like there is competition, but it's not like for a guy like Ron Rhodes, you're not laying it on the line every single pass in your 9-second Camaro. You're just trying to get the experience. Well, at some point, those guys that have that experience, that will do like Jeff Lutz, and they'll go race somewhere else and go heads up, which is what him and Larry Larson did and all that kind of stuff. They had conquered drag and drive. So they went on, and now we're seeing it 10 years later. The level of competition has come back around, and here we are. Now we're looking at an opportunity for Drag Week to be seriously competitive. Seriously competitive. Is the day 4 results out for 6th of Mag yet? For 6th Summer?
Day 4 results?
Yeah.
Let me look at.
No, they're not yet.
Not yet.
No, I want to see what Dave Schroeder ran.
He ran a 620. Hurt a couple pistons. They were putting new pistons in it when Flying Sparks Garage interviewed him.
Oh wow. Jan Haas here says, "Good evening, guys. Everyone has different goals doing a drag and drive, and that's what's great about drag and drive. Some folks, they want the experience, they want the opportunity to drive their car 700 to 1,400 miles on the street, and race, and be around people. And some people want it for the community aspect, like this is an opportunity for people to spend time with friends, and what has grown into family. And other folks want to go out and win, and they want to be the fastest on the property and all that kind of stuff. Like, you don't get that if you're only racing heads up racing. You always want to be the fastest guy on the property if you're racing heads up. There's no other way. And even bracket racing, you want to be the best for what you've got. It's not about, oh man, I'm going to go down here because I'm going to have fun. Yeah, Jan, we don't talk about cost of drag and drive in public, friend.
Our wives could be listening, all right?
It's a second rule of drag and drive. Yeah. I mean,
the community aspect is why I joined. I wanted to do it.
Yeah. Rich Woodward said that he's loading the trailer and going to test tomorrow. Dan Chandler said he's loading up, going to test tomorrow for Buckeye Skips. And he said he's working on the laptop now, trying to set up safeties in the Holly.
I mean, you could just run a carburetor like me without even an ignition box that has a rev limiter.
We don't even know what that means.
Exactly.
Get that voodoo out of here.
My first pass in my first drag and drive, I guess my only one, at Six Smokies. It's on my video of it, but I shifted $7,000 and I took the motor to like 8,200. In the burnout box, the clip that holds the end of the shifter cable onto the shift arm popped off. Like during the 1-2 shift in the burnout box, it popped that off. It caught on the transmission blanket, and sent it right to like $8,000, 8,200.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, he wasn't talking about cost in that last one I showed. He was talking about the mileage that he ran round trip. So Jan Haas does know the second rule of drag and drive, which is don't.
Okay. Yeah. Brag about the mileage, please. I want to hear like who's done the most mileage.
Yeah. He said 2,000 miles round trip last week for Rocky Mountain.
Did you drive the car there and back?
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Walters in here saying he on the Raceway chat, he said, I've been working on a plan for getting the car back together after the engine failure. He's got 372-inch short block mothballed away. Said he may be about time to drop it in the car just to get it out.
Man, I wish I had a short block mothballed away.
Yeah, right. I mean, I've got a 6-liter in the shop, but it needs bearings too. Yeah, Jan doesn't own a tow rig like real men.
This thing. Harbor Freight is definitely known for build quality. These holes don't line up. No.
Cassie Lowry says, jealous of the guys that are ready to load up. We have to finish putting the motor together, put it in, go back through the transmission, and put that back in. It's fine. Everything's fine over here in the Lowry shop. The hashtag Team No Sleep.
How many days do you leave?
So they're doing Big Sky, and they'll probably leave on the 8th or 9th. Cassie, let us know when you guys will leave.
Wozniak's going to Big Sky too.
Oh my gosh. It's going to be awesome, but I'm a bitch and I'm going to fly.
You're going to fly?
Yeah, I got to, man. There's just so much going on in my life right now that I need to limit. It's at least a 2-day drive minimum with no problems or anything. So
you're also going to be there in a media presence, which kind of changes your responsibilities.
I know, but dang it. I really wanted to drive my old truck up there, but with the taking it to Great American Detour, that's a 2-day drive to New York ahead of that. So we're leaving like next Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I'll be back home probably the 1st. So.
Does this one have 3-wheel brakes?
Yeah. No. We're going to try and get that fixed by then, but it's been like that for a long time, and I drive pretty slow.
I'm going to have to start drilling holes. This is nuts.
What are you building?
I figured this time around it's probably going to save me a little bit of money if I wash my parts myself. So I bought a parts washer at Harbor Freight.
Oh, nice. Cassie said, I think the night of the 8th. We plan to race Saturday, weather permitting. Okay. Jan Haas said, big shout out, said a fellow Ryobi tool user.
Yeah, I just can't. I had a couple Milwaukee tools from my old job, but for stuff around the house that I'm only going to use once or twice a week, I don't need to spend Milwaukee money.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. I have DeWalt that was hand-me-down stuff from my dad, so I don't wrench enough to make it make sense.
Yeah, they're awesome. I get it, but which is a little too expensive. Plus, there's no question that these are mine. I only have one other friend that uses Ryobi.
Nice. Now you have 2, Jan Haas.
Come on. Just a little bit.
Again, for the folks that are just jumping in, Cole's in the shop, obviously, working on his stuff and basically doing this out of a way to make you accountable for things. So if you want to jump on and tell stories, you're more welcome to make comments in the side over there. But if you're wrenching in your shop tonight and want to do that, holler at us. We'll put you on the screen with Cole.
Lonely, I am so lonely. I sent the link to the last week's video to my family group chat, like my siblings, and my little brother commented. He's like watching that was like watching a zoo animal in their habitat.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's why we need more people in here telling fun stories of what they're doing.
It feels a little bit like a Truman Show social experiment at the moment.
Yeah, I got most of the stuff loaded up in the truck for the weekend, and now it's just a matter of that last minute bit of stuff.
Have you gotten the truck fixed yet from the circuit?
Yeah, we it ended up the spark plug gap was way out, and we were missing on one of the spark plugs, so that helped a bunch just getting that ready. And then Jan Haas said he's just got done with the wastegate repair today. And sadly, I think I'm probably going to pull the wastegate off and put the like 7-pound springs in instead of the 16-pound springs that are in it now.
You're going to take boost away?
Yeah, with the drive that we've got, I just need it to make cool noises, not do big stuff.
That sounds like quitter talk.
Completely, yes. Jan Hassington, am I bringing some spare wheel studs? For sure. I have 10 that will live in the truck at all times now.
Yeah, that's not something I thought I would think to need a spare
Nope.
wheel. It's like
me either, but live and learn. I did order new wheel spacers as well, but those won't be here in time for me to mess with it before Great American Detour. So.
Yeah, you'll break it. You'll bring a spare for it for the rest of your life and never do.
Yeah, good. I'll gladly not ever have to replace wheel studs on the side of interstate again, as trucks are about 4.5 feet away from me. Would love that. All right, buddy, I got to bounce for a minute.
Yeah, I'll be here running in my wheel. It's not going to start. Almost like I screwed up the bolt. Yeah, an intake fuel system after driving for a week with an external, I can understand it. I mean, I've got a blue pump on this, and I guess when I'm driving, it's not too bad. The car, it's a 67 Barracuda, and the motor is a Stroker small block. It's a Magnum 5.9 Magnum block with a 4 1/4 stroke in it, and it's a 4 1/8 bore, so it's 454 cubic inches. Best run so far is a 707 at 99 and change, almost 100 miles an hour, but not quite in the eighth. I have not run the quarter yet. Yeah, I wasn't brave enough to LS swap it just yet. But I did find out that they now make LS swap motor mounts for these Mopar cars. They don't make anything else. They just make the motor mounts. You still got to figure everything else out. Yeah, 2 rebuilds in less than 6 months. I'm really hoping to get it right the second time. For those who just joining in, I had to rebuild this motor in March, April, and immediately wiped the main bearings out on the first test drive because I missed the oil diversion plug that sends all the oil from the pump through the filter before it comes back through the block. Rookie mistake. I know the pain, my own damn fault. Missed the circuit because of it. That's exactly what I missed. I was getting this back together. I blew it up like 30 days exactly before the circuit. I was on my way to get a trailer hitch built for it, and running way too much timing in it without realizing it killed a rod bearing. And I got it rebuilt in a month, and actually got it running before the circuit, and then the radiator got a hole in it the night before we were supposed to leave, and then that led to me diagnosing some oil pressure issues until I found the main bearing problems. But we still went to the circuit. My friend Jonathan and I took his Corvette. It was a C6 Z06 with a stroked out LS7, and he was running low 11s. It was pretty fun until he realized that mathematically his car was making probably 100 less wheel horsepower than it was supposed to be making. So I think he's getting ready to pull that engine too, even though it's not showing any problems with it, just to figure out what's going on. Mine killed a thrust bearing last year, didn't clean the block out well enough, and had glitter in the filter. Yeah, I tried to live on a little bit of wishful thinking and ignorance when I first got this back together too, seeing glitter and stuff in the filter. I was like, oh, it's broken. It's breaking in. It's just the glitter from the break-in. Oh, that couple flakes of copper, that must have not gotten cleaned out. That can't be the problem. This is all fresh. It's all brand new. There's no way it's blowing up. And no, it was definitely blowing up immediately on the first drive. Tilt this up. There we go. Jan, what do you drive? White S10. Square body or early 2000s? 75 millimeter turbo. I assume you're running like a 376 or 408 or 427 LS. Just a quick reminder to anyone joining in, if you're in your shop and working on your car and want to call in, we're doing this. This is like a live Zoom call. So just message me if you want to hop in and I'll send you a link to join the chat. And we can put you on camera too so that I'm not lonely. Square body S10. Are you running just a stock crank on the 6.0? Glide in an 8.8. You running leaf springs or did you do a 4-link on it? This is some quality work. Oh, we're going to have our first caller. Jan's going to be in here in about 5 minutes. He's a little haggard. Let me send. Mr. Jan the link. Chris, do I even know what I'm doing? No, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm trying to put together some high stakes Legos at the moment, and it's not going well because it's Harbor Freight. Jan says he's ready to join. Let's see. See if I have the authority to do that. Might need Mr. Narks here. Hang on. Let me find the button. I don't think I have control of that. Hang on. Let me text Mr. Narks. Yeah, I don't think I'm the host. I don't think I can pull people in from backstage. I don't even see a backstage option. Hey!
All right, is this working?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Sweet.
Jan, what's up, brother?
What's up?
Man, nothing. Just popping in for a second.
Long time no see.
Dude, I know. It's been like 8 days. I'm missing you, brother.
Like a week?
Yeah, maybe.
So she got a bath today, too.
Even better, dude. That's
Wash
awesome.
a week's worth of grime off.
You wash your race car?
Oh, yeah, it had all kinds of goo on it. So there's my... And here's the one that's all better now. Glued it back on. The wastegate fell off on my way home from Great Bend.
What does that do while you're driving? Just make a lot of noise?
It's just a giant exhaust leak, and it didn't build any boost.
Did your gas mileage improve because of that?
Oh, it gets 10 no matter what, so I didn't notice that. I just suddenly started hearing this ticking going down the interstate, and when I got off the interstate at Manhattan, I could hear a big exhaust leak, and I'm like, I'll bet a pipe cracked in the turbo kit, and sure enough.
Is the wastegate heavy, or is it?
Not really. It had a big long tube on it that I chopped down on both sides because I think that might have been some weight on it. But during the bracket race, because I ended up winning the bracket race at Rocky Mountain Race Week, the last 3 passes we did were like in 15 or 20 minutes, like just back to back to back. And I'm wondering if the heat from that developed a crack and then it just propagated as I drove home or something. I don't know.
I mean, that is a lot of stress. I mean, how long has the turbo kit been together?
Oh, it's only been on there for a couple months. Like this, it's got 2,500 miles on it, tops. Oh. So it's not a whole lot.
Do you have any flex or give in the system, or is it all free?
No, I need to. I've noticed that everybody's put in the crossover tube a little flexi tube, and I need to do that. Just lessons learned when the crossover tube cracks or whatever. I'll probably do that.
I just know what I see other people do because I've never had my own or been really near a car running a turbo kit. So.
Yeah, and I'm kind of the same boat, just trying to learn how all that works.
If this car broke a little less, maybe I'd be able to save up money to do some kind of booster nitrous or something. But I'm just trying to keep a low 11-second car running.
Yeah, that's how I started out. Was this thing's just been a labor of, over the course of, I think I've had it 9-10 years now since I first LS swapped it, and It's just slowly progressed over the years to what it is now. Adding on to it.
All right. Wozniak's shopping some parts for me.
How long have you had the CUDA?
I've had it for 14 years now.
Quite a while.
Yeah, I got it. It was my grandfather's. Like in his 60s, he was kind of collecting cars, and when I was 16, I drove it around a bunch. He had a property out in East Texas. My grandmother still lives there. He's passed on, but anytime we go visit him, we would drive whichever cars were running, and I drove this one a lot. And I flat out told him when I was 17, I was like, I want that car, and he just he shook my hand. He said, "All right, drive it home."
Nice.
And so I've had it since, and drove it to high school all senior year, and then took it to college. It went down for a period of about 5 years, and then I got it running again January of 2025 with the whole new combo, and it's been how it is since. It's a kind of gutted. It's got a cage, and then it's an overdrive Mopar transmission. It's the 46RH, and 8 3/4 rear end. We took it on Six Smokies in October, and it did great, other than it was consuming a lot of oil the whole time. And found out during this rebuild that the hone job that was done, it was really, really flat, so it was just letting a lot of blow by.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
How long you had the truck? You said 10 years?
I built this thing in, I think it was, I can't remember if I bought it in 2015 or 2016. So it just hit it. It's like, this is its 10 years in my possession. And it was a 4-cylinder 5-speed, and it had a blown up motor in it. So I only got it for $500. And this was when I lived in Oregon. So it's really clean. There's barely any rust on it. It's been a really cool, fun truck.
How'd someone manage to blow up an Iron Duke?
Yeah. What the story was that the guy that I bought it from was that I can't remember if it was his daughter. I think it was one of his daughter-in-laws or something, or grandkids or something, was learning to drive stick on it. And they must have over-revved the crap out of it, because there was a hole probably 3 inches in diameter next to cylinder 1. And when I was gutting the engine bay, there's chunks of piston skirt and engine block everywhere. And I have a couple pieces of it.
Okay, so it's like
souvenirs.
They didn't just like kill a bearing from lack of oil. No, they broke it.
No, it chucked a rod. There was a big old hole in it, and the piston was all cockeyed in the bore. And yeah, it's just kind of a fun story.
That's very impressive.
Brought her back to life with twice as many cylinders. Yeah, in fact, I think I have one of those pieces sitting over here. Yeah, here's a piece of the skirt. Just sitting in one of my tool cards. Kind of fun.
I used to build engines. I used to build LS engines, and we had a crank manufacturer for our stroker engines that they had defects in their cranks. So like we had like 4 or 5 in a row break off where the number 1 and 2 rod journal meets the front snout of the crankshaft. So it'd break off at the counterweight. And so I have one of those on my desk at work as like a pen holder. It's just sitting on
nice.
the counterweight, sitting straight up.
Yeah, you can put one pen in the snout where the bolt goes.
Yep, exactly.
That's awesome. Let's see if I can do this without screwing this up. Yeah, there we go. So here's the interior of this thing. I bought a prefabbed cage kit and welded it all in.
Nice.
And put some Kirkies in it.
Are your Kirkies bolted to the floor? Or did you build like a seat frame for it?
No, they're bolted to. I tried to do it correctly. And trying to find out how to do this properly is kind of difficult. So there's 2 tabs on the back that go to a bar, and then there's a tab on each side so it does it laterally.
Okay.
Like the way it's supposed to be, so it doesn't pull out of the floor or any of the forces you get in an impact.
Yeah. Mine are just bolts through the floor in the stock location with just really big fender washers right now.
Yeah. Just without going 10 O's at 130, I just wanted to be in the cage. I wanted it to make it as safe as I could.
I don't blame you for that at all.
Yeah. And I think you were previously asking, yeah, it is still the stock leaf springs. In fact, it has the actual stock leaf springs in it. Still, with Caltrax, and it works really good. I have some double adjustable Viking shocks in the front. One of these days I'm going to buy some for the rear, because the rears are just those competition engineering 3-ways, and I can't adjust them because they're stuck in one setting, so I just leave them alone.
Okay.
So it hooks pretty good, and typically runs like at Rocky Mountain it was doing 150 with a 0.60 foots pretty much all week.
What tire are you running?
A 28-10-5 bias ply.
Okay.
You can get them really cheap around here because there's a lot of no prep racers that sell them, and they've had 10 passes on them or something. You get a pair of tires for like $300.
Oh, that's
$200.
Where are you?
I'm in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of racing out there, I would imagine.
Where are you located at?
I'm in Fort Worth, Texas.
So, Texas. Okay.
Yeah, I'm about probably hour and a half from Texas Motorplex and Extreme Raceway Park.
My wife has a cat. We're just chatting about our projects.
Fun. Mine has grease on his head. I'm gonna take him into the grass a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
But he's very happy. He's loving finding me here.
We have a new kitten that we got in January, and he really wants to be outside, so we're kind of having him outside and on like a leash and a harness so he doesn't run off because we're in the middle of town, and he just loves being outside and all curious.
Yeah, I've got 2 cats myself. One of them's a former street cat, and then the other one we adopted, and she's older, and she doesn't really leave her cat tree.
Gotcha.
And then we have got 3 dogs, so we got a real zoo going on.
Yep. Oh, that's not bad. I'm just gonna leave that.
I guess that's it.
So I bought one of those exact same parts washers, and like you're only supposed to use water soluble solvents in it, and so I haven't really found much of a use for it.
I'm in kind of a small space in my garage, so I didn't really want Varsol or anything anyway.
Yeah, and I'm the same way, and I was kind of thinking the same thing of trying to clean engine parts.
Yeah, my first job in Houston was engine teardown.
Yeah, and I have mine sitting out here with my engine hoist.
Yeah, I'm probably going to end up putting this on the porch at some point. But I don't know. I picked up Harbor Freight's. I bet it's just a copy of Simple Green. And
yeah,
we'll try it first and on like wonder if it says like a 10-1 or something, and then see how well it does. And then I probably want to find like what would help a lot, I imagine, would be like an immersion heater to actually heat the cleaning fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah, my car.
I usually just kind of sparingly use brake clean for if I need to clean engine parts like rods, pistons,
Yeah,
main caps, all the stuff inside that's all covered in oil.
yeah. I've also got a small sonic cleaner. It's actually my buddy's, but he hasn't asked for it back. And it's about this size, so it can do small parts, but not big
Yeah.
parts. So I mainly use it for like I can clean batches of bolts at a time and stuff, which is nice. And it heats up too, so. I guess this is what, 1 gallon. This makes up to 200 gallons of general cleaner. That's a hell of a dilution.
How strong do you want it?
For stripping sealer, it says use a 1 to 20 dilution, and then for grease, 1 to 20. I don't know why would you list that twice if they're both 1 to 20? And then 26 to 1 for tools and stuff. Okay, 26 to 1. It's going to take me a lot of measuring of pitchers of water to figure out how much I need. Because I don't want to fill this thing with 20 gallons and then have to move it later.
Yeah, I don't know that it would fit 20.
It says it's a 20 gallon, but I wonder if that's just the actual volume of the basin, like to the.
Yeah, you probably want to put like 10 in it or something.
Hey. Oh, my buddy Jonathan said looks broken. Really? No engine in it at all. Looks broken. Who'd have thought? Actually,
I mean, technically, it's not broken if it's being put back together, right?
I still have to take. I've got the crank fixed, but I still have to get the block line hung because it heated up the number 2, 3, and 4 main caps, and they lost their capture.
So you got to get it line board.
Yeah. So I'm waiting. The shop I got to take it to, they're actually at IHRA this week. He's like, call us Monday before you head over so that we can make sure that we haven't had a problem over the weekend and we're back, and then come on out and bring it by.
Nice. Yeah, fortunately, my machinist, he was at Rocky Mountain Race Week, and he does a lot of drag and drives too. So it's kind of cool to be able to hang out with him out on the road too.
Do you feel nervous at all with him there though, and pushing the engine, or is he there encouraging you to like send it?
Oh no, he just does the machine stuff. I assemble it all.
Oh, okay.
So I'm very familiar. I think I've because this used to be my stock bottom end motor that I had when I first built this thing, and then I put rods and pistons in it last year, and I had built a aluminum 5.3 with rods and pistons in it a couple years ago, and had to do that twice because the first machine shop bored the cylinders too big, and it had a whole bunch of blow by.
Oh yeah.
But I ended up selling that motor and going back to my original 6.0, and here's where we're at now.
My dad said the garden is the best thing ever. There's all the bugs to chase. He didn't want to come back. Tried to back out of his harness. He wanted to stay in the garden.
Here's Carrot.
But the mosquitoes are out. I'm going to set down.
Okay.
There's an orange cat. They're the best.
Yeah. He does orange cat things. We like to call him our little orange tornado.
Yeah, Jonathan, I'm working on it, but I've got no help because you never come over. I'm gonna switch y'all to the laptop speaker so I can take you to show you the block.
Can I look at Facebook Messenger at the same, or
can I hear
the
you?
Facebook live feed at the same time, or is it going to mess this up?
Is that the right one? Or is this the right one? I hear noise. Jan, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. I was unplugging my Bluetooth speaker so I could pick my laptop up. Ironically, my Bluetooth speaker only works when it's plugged in via the aux cord now.
Oh, well, I'm actually going to turn mine on because I can barely hear you.
Okay. Close enough to reach this. Okay. So, better illustration of what's wrong with the let's see. I'm not supposed to be able to see light through there, and I can.
Ah.
Yeah.
Is there a plug that goes there?
Yep. Yeah, there's a plug that goes there, and so wonder if I can show it on camera. But there's 2 oil passages right here, 1 and 2, and one of them is the outgoing oil from the pump out to the filter. Filter would be there, and then it comes back in through the lower channel, which is the upper channel when the motor's right side up. And there's a plug that goes right there in the galley that splits them up. And I missed that plug when putting it back together. And so the pump was feeding the block, the filter, the oil cooler, and everything all at the same time, and not doing a very good job at any of it.
Yeah, it's all got to be there. It doesn't work.
Yep.
That'd be like leaving the barbell out on an LS.
Exactly. It's the exact same function as the barbell on the LS.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember it from engine building school. Like, I learned about it, and I was like, okay, don't forget that. Don't forget that. And when I first built this motor, like, that was the first plug I put in. I was like, I'm not forgetting that plug. And then 7 years later, didn't even cross my mind to check for it.
Yeah, I don't know how like engine builders that mess with like 4, 5, 6 different engine families can remember, all the little quirks of every motor. I can barely remember the LS when I rebuild it every like 2 years. You gotta do it
Definitely
regularly
a practice
for all the little things.
To not miss that on all of them. I plugged my speaker back in and may have broken it. Oh, it's because I turned it off. There we go. Okay. Sound should be back. You still hear me, or did I mess up the microphone?
Yeah, I can still hear it. It's kind of quiet. I turned my Bluetooth speaker on, but it's not any louder.
Yeah, I had last week. I had like this cool little lapel mic, and kept trying it with a mic before we started tonight. And I charged it last night, and it would turn on for about 10 seconds, and then it would turn off again. So
very reliable.
Yeah, highly reliable. So we're just on the laptop microphone tonight.
This is my first time jumping in on one of these, so learning as I go. This will be fun to get a couple people going, working on stuff on, Thursday nights or whatever.
Yeah, that's the hope, is we get like 4 or 5 people in here eventually, and kind of make it a regular thing, and be more entertaining than just me building parts cleaners in silence.
Yeah. And Thursday nights are my Friday normally.
Oh, are you like a 410, or
410.
do you have like an offset?
Actually, Friday is we get Juneteenth because I work for the state, so we get Juneteenth off. So I had today off too.
Oh, okay, nice.
kind of sweet, which is why I was working on this last night and today.
Yeah, 3-day week really gives you a lot of time to take care of stuff at home on the off days.
Yeah, well, and the 4-day week, it gives you that extra day to go to events or get stuff done or whatever.
Yeah, I've got a buddy that works 410s, and so tonight is also his Friday, and it makes me jealous anytime he brings it up. Who is this idiot with bikes? Jonathan, my bikes aren't even in here. Are you talking about my motorcycle in the background that I haven't ridden in 6 months? I guess I can start scraping gaskets and stuff. And then we've got this put together. So how long have you been doing drag and drive?
Let's see here. When I first built this truck, I lived in Oregon, and I connected with a couple of people just like on Facebook, and they had a little car group that we would drive out to the local drag strip, like meet somewhere and then drive out as a group. And there was always like maybe a dozen of us. And there was 2 different tracks we'd go to. And so that was kind of the start of it, sort of. And this was in 2017, 2018, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And then in 2019, I moved to Tulsa, and that's when I found Michael Narks and the circuit, and then really started just going, oh yeah, this is the thing for me. I really enjoy this. So I guess 7 years.
And it's always.
And I think the very first night that I went to Tulsa Raceway Park, Dustin Cottle was out there with his the Supercharged Love, and he had the trailer on it, and I was like, that's cool. I need to do that. Those are my people.
Have you always done it in the S10, or have you had to take it?
Yeah, I've always just had the S10.
Nice.
Shits and Giggles. That's what the truck's name is.
Shits and Giggles.
Yeah, the wife helped name it because I've always loved all the old gassers and all the names that they had for them. And so when we were trying to figure out the name, we were just kind of toying with stuff and shits and giggles, and it stuck.
I like it. That's awesome. How fast have you been?
I actually ran a PB last week at Kearney, of all places, which is my home track on race week, 10:18 at 1:31.
10:18 at 1:31. What's that thing weigh on the starting line? 35?
It's like 32-ish.
32?
How fast did you go with the nitrous?
So last year at Kearney with a 200 shot, I went a 10:23, I think it was, at like 1:28. So the
That's
first
awesome.
time out, I've already gone faster, and there's no intercooler on it, and it was way high intake air temps and pulling timing. So there's probably 100 horsepower in that. That was on 10 pounds of booze. There's probably at least 100 horsepower there. So it'll go 990 if I had an intercooler on it, I'll bet.
Are you running pump or 93?
Ethanol.
Yeah, he wants to go fast, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm a corn-powered guy up here in Nebraska.
Yeah.
So funny story about when I left for race week. There's a gas station in a little town called Friend that's about 40 miles from Lincoln,
and I bought the cheapest ethanol that I've ever gotten on the way down there. It was $1.29 a gallon.
Holy shit.
What?
And then when I got to Salina to top off before I went into Great Bend, because I didn't know if there was an E85 station down there or not, it was $3.50 a gallon, which is the most expensive I'd ever paid at the time. So it was kind of funny in the same day to get both.
Dude, that's crazy.
We did the circuit in my buddy's Corvette, and we managed to find 93 at 2 gas stations total during the trip. And still, we got back to Texas, and he filled up a full tank of Texas 93, and he was able to put 4 degrees of timing back in the motor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The Oklahoma gas was not friendly.
And that's one thing I like. You can't test for the octane of gasoline, whereas ethanol, you can see how much alcohol's in there, and you just, if it says it's 93, that's all you can go off of. It seems kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. You're
just assuming it's 91 or 87 or whatever the pump says it is. You don't know if the guy put the wrong stuff in the wrong hole, you know?
Yeah.
right.
I'm just gonna start keeping. Octane booster as one of my supplies, and probably just do a bottle of that every fill up just to be safe.
Yeah, that's interesting though. I wonder, like, surely there's a way you could test it.
I would
I
imagine
have no
there is.
idea. I've never looked into it.
I wonder if
Yeah,
there
that's
is
interesting.
similar to the way you do the testing for E85. I don't know, maybe not.
Well, all that's doing is the alcohol reacts with the water, because you put a little bit of water in the bottom of the vial, and it's the alcohol reacting with the water, and that's how you get that separation line. The more alcohol there is, the higher the line goes. And so with gasoline, and octane is kind of a weird number if you've ever looked into it. It's like you'd probably need some really super duper scientific instruments to really test it to see what the octane rating of it is. I don't think you can do it like in the gas station like you can with the 85.
Interesting. Yeah, I bet you're right in that sense that you can't just pull up and test it that way. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Chris Wozniak said you need to provide better fuel at your events.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea, Chris.
You didn't have VP back up a trailer? I mean, come on, man.
Well, I mean, hey, here's the crazy part.
That Matt Frost needs to get a tanker truck full of E85 and just follow us around.
Yeah, at that point, I mean, we're getting to the point where we could probably do that. You know, the thing about
I would say 3/4, at least half the field at race week was running on E85 the whole way.
Yeah.
On the way back between Pueblo and Great Bend, there was one gas station in the middle. And it had, like, on my map, it had, because I kind of made all the gas stations I've been to, I've marked up my Google map to all the 85 gas stations. And that one, I tried calling them, and they wouldn't answer anything, and there was nobody there, but it was just one of those out in the boondocks kind of gas stations.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of one of those, do I need to make a gas tune 3/4 of the way there or not?
Right.
Yeah, I don't like the scarcity of the 85 to run it. I don't have a ton of it near me, even here at Fort Worth.
Yeah, it depends on where you live. Out here, it's absolutely everywhere. The only place I've run into worrying about not getting it is basically that drive from Pueblo to Great Bend. Everywhere else I've gone in the Midwest, or I've gone to Bowling Green to LS Fest 3 times and didn't have a single issue with trying to find ethanol.
Do you carry any fuel jugs with you?
Yeah, I have 4 jugs, so with the full tank and the 4 jugs, I've got 34 gallons on board, which should be theoretically like 300 miles of range at 10 miles to the gallon.
You're probably getting, what, 7 to 9?
I usually get about 10 with the trailer and a little bit better without.
Okay.
So while you were gone, Michael, I have a Deechworks fuel system on order to replace my Fuel Lab external fuel pumps that let me down last week.
Yeah, that's a tough one. The external stuff, it hates EFI.
Yeah, and it hates Pueblo because I had the same issue last year with fuel boiling and the external pumps. They just hate the altitude.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. If I
I haven't had any issues down here at Lincoln's like 1,400 feet, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if and when I do 85.
The in tank and got some stuff coming from Detroit.
Well, we appreciate the support of our sponsors for sure.
Yeah. Well, they were a cool stop on the circuit and wanted burnouts and all the fun stuff. So, yeah, buddy.
Did you say you did the circuit in 19?
Before it existed.
I don't remember the first year I did it. I'd have to go back and look.
Dude.
Because I moved to Tulsa in 19, so it might have been 2020.
Right. Hold on, we'll look.
Mike, when was the first year of the circuit?
19.
Oh, 19 was the first year.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was September of 19 is when I moved, so it was probably 2020. And there was only like 7 or 8 of us that, there wasn't very many people that did the whole drive and everything.
Did you do, was it, well, I guess it probably would have been Mocan to Tulsa. So that would have probably been, I can't remember where we went in 20, but it would have been in September because that was when we hosted our streetcar shootout. So it would have been the right timing. Hold on, we'll look it up. We'll look back at the photo album.
The archive.
Right. See if there's a white S10 in there.
We're just gonna see if Jan's lying real quick.
Yeah, no, I don't see it in 19.
So it probably wouldn't have been 19 because we moved at the end of September, and I was still trying to figure out where the race car stuff was. The first time I went to TRP, Dustin Cottle was there with his the supercharged love.
Oh, dude, how cool!
It was kind of fun meeting him right out of the gate. So it was probably 2020.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's 2020. I'm looking at your truck right here. Hold on. Let's pull this up on the screen for everybody to also view. Let's see, it's probably this one. Hold on. Almost there. Here we go. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2020, because that's September 29th, 2020. How cool, man. Wow. Dude, you've been around a long time, man. Thank you.
2 years since then.
Wow.
Something like that.
Yeah. Dude, here it is again in
It's fun
2021.
watching it grow.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you've been around a minute. I don't remember how many cars we had in 20, but it was probably 40 looking at the car count there. I don't think I got any of the drive that time. I think that was when you guys raced at Ozark as well. And talk about a bit of brain damage. So just for everybody that knows, I mean, we've been hosting events for a long time, right? Big shout out to Jonathan Stonecipher, who manhandled me into doing this stuff. In a single day, we had fun runs in the morning. We would start on Friday with the drag and drive, I think it was just 2 days. But we would do like Friday and Saturday, like we would have guys drop their trucks and trailers at Mocan, right? So we hosted back then at Mocan, and then they would drive to like Ozark would be our second track, and then they would race Friday night and then come back Saturday. Well, Saturday was our streetcar shootout, which we had hosted since 2014. Okay, and we would have fun runs in the morning that was just for fun. Okay, so I had a full set of rules for that for classes because we would give stuff away. And then we would do the drag and drive set of rules, and then we would do a heads up shootout set of rules. Dude, it was
you just wanted to work really there.
Oh,
that sounds like way too many different sets of rules.
It was brutal, man. It was kind of dumb, to be honest. And then that's when we moved. I think 21 was the last year we did the drag and drive with the shootout. I think in 2022, yeah, because 22 started drag drive with Pete, and so we moved it up at that point to April or May or something like that. So
yeah, the beginning of the year.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. It's been a long time, man. We've done a lot of fun things.
Yeah, I really like those kind of cheesy wood trophies that the kids made. Those were really fun.
Yeah. Yep.
The Hot Wheels cars glued to the top of them. Those are awesome.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that half the time didn't make it up to the event because they'd be in a bucket and rocking around.
Right, yeah, pieces everywhere.
Yeah, so we'd be re-gluing them that morning. Yeah, that was a good time. The kids were that was when we worked with the Northwest Arkansas Children's Shelter. So
yeah, I think that was one of my favorite burnouts. Was we went right in front of the shelter and everybody was just lighting them up, and it was just like seeing the look on the kids' faces was just awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that was 2023 was last year. We came to Arkansas, so we raced at Mocan Friday, drove to Arkansas Saturday, and that was the craziest deal ever. It dropped like 40 degrees and
oh yeah, I remember. I was wearing my fire suit because I didn't bring any pants or a coat or anything. Everybody was wearing their fire suits because we're all freezing our asses off.
It is crazy, and we were going to host a really big. Cruise night. I had rented a huge parking lot at the mall here in town.
Yeah. I remember
all these local car shows.
Windy and cold and just kind of miserable.
Yeah.
We missed the best of it and kind of just rolled with it.
It is awesome. The only folks that were out there were the drag and drive people because we're all idiots. So we went to the hotel. Yeah. It was a good time. It was a good time. So, yeah. And then I think 23 was the last year I did both events. And then 24, we just obviously went ham on all the other stuff. So,
merged it all together into one.
Oh, yeah. John Doherty is asking how many people signed up for 2-lane throwdown. And right now we're sitting at 24, 25, something like that. We had 24 earlier today, but looks like there's been another person enter since then. Jesse Poe, how cool, man! That's exciting. So they've been all over the place too. They did the circuit.
I drive down.
Oh, dude, don't do that. It's a single day.
600 miles round trip.
No way. No way. Get out of here with that.
Thinking about doing the short circuit until Mike let slip that it was in Georgia. He's like,
no. It's in Paragould, Arkansas.
The short circuit is?
Yeah, it's at George Ray's drag strip.
Oh, for some reason I kept thinking I was here in Georgia.
I mean, that could be because of my
bring your extended travel no prep car.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, dude. I'm telling you. John Doherty asked the parking situation for tow rigs. Park them out back. We're going to park on the grass at Tulsa on Saturday.
In that case,
we're back that way.
How far away is George Ray's?
So it's northeast Arkansas, so it's like
probably a 7-hour drive.
Yeah, see, that's easy. That's chump change.
Just an easy 7-hour drive for a one day.
Saturday afternoon, but it's a Friday afternoon race, Saturday afternoon race. So you could be home on Sunday. We're really going to start at 6 p.m. on Friday. So if you got up and got after it, you could be here before we started, or be there before we started.
Let's see. It is an 8.5 hour drive.
Oh, so you're further south than I am north.
Well, and for some reason, it wants to take me along 20 through Tyler instead of 30.
Can you use your phone? Can't play my phone. Oh.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Usually it's about between 7 and 8 hours to drive down to Tulsa from my house.
There we go. It knocks a half hour off if I move it to 30. That was really weird that it was like, no, you got to go south before you go north. Yeah, cut off like 30 miles. That's still an 8 hour drive. I don't know. We'll have to see
So a 16-hour drive round trip.
We'll have to see if the car behaves after we get it back together this time. See if it decides it wants to be a drag and drive car.
Well, if you put that plug in, you'll probably be good.
Yeah, if I put that plug in. Yeah, I've been kicking myself ever since I took it apart. Oh well.
That's the way it goes.
I'll never forget it again.
Oh,
No.
man, that,
Learn things the hard way.
it's the best way to learn.
When Wishman asked me, do you want me to knock the cam bearings out and clean the block? And I was like, no, it should be fine. Like, no, spend the $30 on a new set of cam bearings and do it right, you dummy.
You already looked at the cam bearings and let the magic out. You might as well replace them.
Yeah.
No, it's a built motor. It's got brand new cam bearings in it anyway.
Oh. Yeah, GM builds all my motors. And then somebody else drives them for 200,000 miles.
Makes them in for 200,000 miles.
Yeah, you got to get it boost ready. I'll be back in a minute.
GM's race motors are some of the best, but they have the longest break-in period. I mean, that 200,000 mile break-in period is just ridiculous.
Yeah. So, Dustin Peterson, when my motor was giving me crap, and I thought it was destroyed before I tore it apart, he gave me a 6.0 short block to get me going again, and it ended up the motor was fine. I just had to clean all the glitter out of it. So I have that sitting in the corner. So that one, won't look at the cam bearings, won't touch the rod bolts. Needs to get cleaned up and throw some heads on it to be a spare.
So I mean, low tens at 3,200 pounds. You're like what, 550, 600 wheel?
It's probably somewhere around there, maybe a little more. It's 10 pounds boost, and that 1018 was a 648 or something in the eighth at 107. So the eighth mile is a lot better than the second half because the IATs there were 220 across the finish line, and it's pulling like 7 or 8 degrees.
And that's
it's only like 17 degrees of timing instead of it was less than that. It was like 13, 14 degrees of timing when it should be like 20.
What are you going to do for an intercooler? Are you going to do air-to-air, or are you going to go and do an icebox?
I'm going to do an air-to-air, but I have to rearrange the front end. I'm probably going to build a tubular radiator support to replace the stock one, so I can tip the radiator and just make some more space, because why I didn't put an intercooler in it is there's not enough space to put one anywhere.
Oh, okay.
And, I don't have the money to do one of the Holly bricks in the intake or, any of that stuff.
Is the square body S10, is it a lot shorter in the nose?
What's that?
Is the square body, is it a lot shorter in the nose?
Yeah, it's... Here, let me flip the camera around. You can see how much room there isn't. There's the front of the motor.
Yeah.
So barely any, like, there's a little room here, but I don't want to block the radiator because I finally have control of the cooling system. So what I'm thinking of doing is tipping the radiator at the bottom out a little bit and going down by the bumper, and if that's all open and I don't need this anymore, just kind of build a tubular one, and then do some kind of ram air for the turbo inlet too. Because what I was doing for the race week was I was taking the air filter off of this and then just sticking it on the end of the turbo, sticking out, and just left the hood off to try and pull in some kind of cold air. Because the first pass I did with the hood on it, the first pass I did with the hood on it, it hit 218 degrees of intake air temp on the two-step before I left the line. It was just eating its own hot air.
Damn it. So
it's just, had to try it, and it works okay, but it definitely needs an intercooler.
You still beat your nitrous time.
Yeah, and
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And like, it's funny with like the 200 shot of nitrous, like I always felt like I was gonna blow it up. Like it seemed dangerous. This is like nothing.
This is low boost.
Well, yeah, and that's on gate it makes 4.5 pounds of boost with 6 pound springs, and that 10 pounds was basically maxing the boost controller out. I've got an open loop boost, so it can only like double whatever the wastegate is, which is roughly about what it's doing. And so it can't get out of hand, which I really like, because I have to be able to drive it home.
Yeah, you need that sticker on your dash that says, "Remember, idiot, you got to drive this home."
Yep. That's always in the back of my head everywhere I go. I've never been like a speed demon trying to go as fast as I can. All the drag and drive stuff, I have a lot more fun out on the road, seeing gas stations full of race cars and all the trailer burnouts and all those shenanigans are all the fun for me. Yeah, the track is just kind of a one of the things we have to do.
Yeah, I got spoiled on Six Smokies because apparently that's like, according to a lot of people that have been doing drag and drive, that was like some of the most beautiful driving of any drag and drive besides.
Oh yeah, in the fall time, definitely.
Through the Smoky Mountains, and so it's like.
Yeah, because you guys got all the leaves changing.
Oh yeah, we drove through probably right at the start of the color change, and so I've got some pretty good pictures. And
yeah, that's sweet.
Tail of the Dragon and everything, and Tail of the Dragon was cool and all, but like honestly, my favorite was the road right after Tail of the Dragon through I think it was North Carolina, maybe it was South Carolina, wherever it ends. And we were just driving these like cool sweeping curves through the trees with all the color change, and it was just beautiful.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My friends.
Yeah, if you ever get the opportunity to do Rocky Mountain Race Week, it's killer going up in the mountains.
I'd be worried that'd be the one time I would have cooling problems, would be trying to drive through the mountains.
Yeah, it definitely tests your cooling system. I did it for the first time in 2023, and sorry, I got to plug my phone in. Live streaming stuff, murdering my phone.
I haven't even checked. Oh, I need to plug my laptop in. Glad I checked that.
And I didn't have control of the cooling system. The trans was getting hot, all that stuff. Like the one big mountain drive we had, I left at 4:30 in the morning because it was 50 degrees outside, to make sure I didn't overheat, and all the brakes and all that stuff. And it definitely makes sure the cooling system is up. Go out on one of your Texas days where it's 100 degrees and 140 grains out or something, and if it keeps it cool, you'll be fine in the mountains.
This car is fine, and so far in Texas heat, sitting in traffic, it'll hold 170 or 180, no problem. And, do you have a heater in your car?
No, it's just the radiator.
Yeah, we don't have a heater in this either. And the Friday morning on Six Smokies, we got up at like 5:45 because we skipped the drive day and hung out with some friends in Knoxville. after racing on Thursday, and so
Uh-huh.
we had to do the Thursday drive and the drive day drive all in one day. So we had to get up at like 5:30 in the morning, and it was the coldest day of the week. We had no heater, and
Yep.
all the air's coming in the ducts by our feet and just freezing our toes off. Like
Yep.
it was great.
There was one time in Tulsa where I drove this thing in 20-degree temperatures to go to a toy drive run thing that the Street Outlaw guys were at. And, full bundled up. I did Cruise and Lose once here. That was 2 or 3 years ago. And it was snowing. Yeah, it gets chilly.
Yeah. I don't know if I would drive this car in the snow, but I mean, it'd probably be fine. It's fine in the rain, even on the radials, but.
Yeah, I had to drive this thing in snow once in Tulsa when my daily driver was broken, and it was like 3-4 inches of snow, and just took it easy, and it was fine.
That's the ultimate meme. It's like, oh, the daily.
And that was when it was carbureted too, carbureted on E85. That was one of my really accomplishments I felt when I did race week in 23 was it was carbureted on E85. So when we went up in the mountains, I had to do a jet change at the top and then jet back down on the way back down the hill because it was running so rich.
What was the elevation change?
Oh, because you start like Denver's like 5,000 feet and we went all the way up to 10,000 feet.
Jesus.
Last year for Rocky Mountain Race weekend in September, I drove this thing to the top of Pikes Peak. That was cool. If you ever get the opportunity to do that, that was awesome.
I do want to see the top of Pikes Peak. That would be
the road up and just the whole experience was amazing.
Yeah. The fact that they're like, hang on, let me check your brake temperature before you get on this road.
Yeah, they literally halfway down, they get out an infrared temp gun and hit your brakes and make sure that you're good. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's wild.
And it's very justified. That top like quarter of the hill is just really steep switchbacks back and forth. Yeah, I still have the engine braking for my Power Glide, so it's not a problem at all, even in high gear.
Yeah, I can engine brake mine.
It doesn't go over like 50, maybe 60 at tops. So the mountains aren't a problem for it.
That's good. All my friends are at dinner together, and they're freaking commandeering the chat. I don't know. Hang on. Let's read through it. Let's read through a little bit of this. Hang on. Okay. My buddy David said you would never have that problem with an LS3. I mean, you could ask Jonathan how his LS3 went. Then, I seem to remember that blowing up just fine.
Overnetting parts from Japan. You don't have a Supra?
I don't have an orange Supra with a Gladiator on the side.
Right?
Take off my top. No, I think I'm okay. Eric, a 10-second quarter-mile car is good.
Yeah, mine's the bottom 10-second truck.
There's nothing wrong with Corona, Jonathan.
Alcohol's for race cars.
Don't ignore. I'm talking to y'all. Oh, there's my little brother. J-Dub, your nephew would say I'm probably not single. Oh my God. Okay, y'all are just ruining it now.
They're antagonizing.
They are. I have no problem with Corvettes. They make very, very comfortable drag and drive cars when your car breaks, especially when it's not your car that you have to pay for.
Yeah, I always think about driving this thing or when I have different co-pilots. It's about the experience. It's not about being comfortable.
Yeah, well, like you see the Challengers and like the CTSVs and the new Camaros.
Yeah, all the newer muscle cars.
that's cool and all, but like
You need to suffer a little bit. That's part of the experiment.
Unless you're going 850 and faster, like, are you really doing anything with one of those? Like, I mean, unless you're a Mustang where you're just constantly breaking axle shafts all the time. There was a guy at Six Smokies who broke every available axle shaft for purchase on the route.
Oh my God. It sounds like a Honda guy, like Boosted Kyle.
Yeah. He just kept breaking axle shafts the whole week.
Leave the street tires on it. Right, well, I think I'm going to jump off here, Cole.
Yeah, man. I'm probably not too much longer. Maybe another 30 minutes, and I'm going to hop off as well.
Yeah, my phone's about dead, too. I'll have to remember to make sure it's fully charged next time. So, yeah, if you're going to do this weekly thing, just hit me up, and I'm game.
All right, we'll do. Yeah, we're gonna try and figure out, see if we can find a day that works to regularly do this. Maybe Tuesdays, maybe Thursdays, something like that.
All right, cool.
All right, later.
All right, catch you later.
Lonely, I am so lonely. In Cars 2, John Turturro's character. Oh, we're playing Disney trivia now. Okay, I'll see if I can help out. In Cars 2, John Turturro's character hails from which country? Is he the bad guy? Is he the bad guy that's helping? That's like blowing all the engines up? Yes, I'm using my air conditioner. I think he's like some kind of Eastern European car. I don't know if it's Russia, but if that's the character I'm thinking of, I haven't even seen that movie all the way through. I've seen 1 and 3 all the way through. Yeah, it's 91 degrees outside. Why wouldn't I use my air conditioner? I don't like sweating. Come on, hit me with another trivia question. John Turturro's character. The only character I can think of that would be voiced by John Turturro would have to be the bad guy. The main bad guy. Pretty sure he's like one of those crappy, boxy Russian colors. Cole, can I order from Jax? I could, but usually I have friends that can help me get better prices with Summit. Pricey pants? Prickle pants? Pricey pants in Toy Story 3? Jonathan, I think that's a typo. What is Pricel? I don't know. John Ratzenberger voices the supervillain known as the what? That would have to be the Underminer. What Bond actor voices Mr. Pricklepants in Toy Story? Pricklepants. Mr. Pricklepants. I don't remember what toy that is. Mr. Prickle. James Bond actor. Male James Bond. Like the actor actually played James Bond? I guess they do have to get it kind of obscure because it's really easy to just guess Tim Allen and Tom Hanks every question. I'm still trying to picture Mr. Pricklepants in my head. No trouble. Don't drop tools. I haven't dropped a tool yet. It's probably just my razor blade hitting the table. I'm cleaning a cylinder head. I guess I'm pre-cleaning. I'm scraping all the gasket material off, and then when I feel like filling my new parts washer with water, I'll clean it. But I might have to get a spring compressor and actually take these apart. No, this is not my MacBook. This is my ThinkPad. My MacBook is running the computer on the wall. Where's my 10 millimeter? It's not where I left it last. What, did you steal it? Or are you talking, hang on, are you talking about this 10 millimeter or all the ones that are in my drawer? You can't lose a 10 millimeter if you never use it. Computer 1, computer 2. You'll have to be past halfway. What place are you in trivia? We're going to need a new exhaust gasket strategy. These did not fit. I thought y'all would be good at Disney trivia, but then I guess a lot of people can be good at it, which makes it really hard to place well. They're just all really hard questions, like Mr. Pricklepants. Are there as many sweaties as there was at Friends Night Trivia? I wonder how many viewers we have. Are my friends the only viewers right now? Because that'd be really funny. There are 6 watching, so yeah, I think it is just now y'all, my friends, watching. A moth died in the oil on my cylinder head. Gross. Oh, Scott Guthrie's here from Florida. It's still, what is it? Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock for you, Scott. Am I sure that's how? Well, I screwed it up the first time, so I could be screwing it up again. We don't know.
We did not get to it for Sunday.
How's it going here?
Narcs is back.
What up? How's it going? What are you getting done now? Oh, you're working on.
I finished the cleaner, but I didn't feel like trying to fill it with water right now, so I'm just pre-scraping gasket material off all the parts.
Nice. Scott Guthrie's in here from Florida.
Yeah, Scott Guthrie, and I think the rest of them are all my friends that are at trivia night, jumping in and commandeering the chat.
Nice.
So. I really don't want to take these heads apart, but I think I might have to just to get them clean.
Huh? No way. You didn't run it long enough to have to take the heads apart.
We'll just blow them off and slap them back in. It'll be fine. I'm more pissed I have to redo my custom intake gaskets because they ripped this time taking it apart. see. I don't know if you were in here, Mike, when I showed it. Let's see if I can find a way to. Here we go. Mike, can you see this hole?
Hold on. I'm going to make you big again. Yeah.
That one right there?
Yep.
There's my phone. Is the light coming through?
Yep.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen.
That's not supposed to do that.
It's not supposed to do that.
Dang it.
Yeah. Shane. What'd you end up doing for the route for Saturday?
Oh, dude, it's gonna be awesome. We're it's 100 miles, and we're going from Tulsa. We'll go north on 169, and then we'll turn and cross a bridge, and then do about, I think it's like 45, almost 50 miles of Route 66.
Is a bunch of it still under construction? I imagine it is. I wonder if the same areas are.
No, they got all the stuff fixed around the blue whale and all that stuff.
Oh, that's good.
What are you taking off now?
I'm finishing taking all the plugs and stuff out of the block.
Complete disassembly for bearings? Come on, man.
It's going to need cam bearings and a line home. So, yeah, unfortunately, I've looked at the number one cam bearing and it's had some trash go through the bottom of it.
Dang.
Yeah, maybe we can get away with just replacing one of them, but it might be best to get them out to clean all the glitter bomb out of the thing.
Yeah. All right, I got to bounce.
Okay. Why am I hiding my sweater puppies? You're just Googling things to say now, Brittany. Because I don't even know what that means. I'm not sure I want to know. See, now you're confusing the audience too. I didn't have a beer tonight, but I had a wild cherry Pepsi, which is almost as good, right? the socket's head. Got it. Can I turn it down? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I wish I was one of those people that could just listen to themselves talk endlessly and endlessly. Oh my God. Why is my shirt on? Who is Carl Steamy? That's a sick car, Carl. Jeez. Do I make you minister? Okay. Yeah, the move's about to get kicked. If John Valdez is Mexican, then I'm Indian. I'm so glad I have supportive friends. I'd say tonight was a success. We actually got someone else besides me on for quite a while. Jan was here for over an hour. Hopefully we gave some people some entertainment and some motivation to get out in the garage and work on what they've been putting off. Definitely got me out here, otherwise I guess I'd be at trivia tonight, but on a normal night I might just be sitting on my ass watching TV. And then I would need to get this done in a much more hasty fashion for an event. Be more stressed out and probably make more mistakes, like I did last time. long have we been going for? Almost 2.5 hours? Probably call it here at about 9 o'clock. Yeah, stop here in a minute and make sure the walking path through here is good. Okay. Well, can you drop anything if I flip this over? Yeah, there's more gasket to scrape. Once I'll finish scraping this gasket and just reiterate, this is we're going to try and do this weekly as like a open invite Zoom call from your personal garage while you're working on your project. I know for me, for a long time, I wouldn't go out in the garage, sometimes even for months at a time, to work on my car. Just lack of motivation, sure, that's one thing, but I always found it really lonely, and I mean it's great when your friends can come over, your friends that live nearby, and they can hang out. Like even if they just drink a beer and sit in the corner and talk shit to you while you do it. That's probably one of my favorite ways to work on cars. But I mean, you don't always have that, and so it's hard to find motivation to go out there by yourself. Yeah, you listen to a podcast, and that'll help get you through it a lot of the time. And a lot of people maybe it just takes just getting started, and then you get going and you get in a groove, and you just keep going until you're done working for the day. But some people that don't even get into this hobby, or maybe they're afraid to take on big projects because they don't have anyone to do it with, or to share it with, or to talk to about while they do it. And I thought I'd try to fill that space. So if you need a wrenching buddy, hop in here. I don't know if we're doing this Tuesdays or Thursdays regularly, but hop in here and hopefully we get some more people in here and we can get our own group of wrenching buddies here that don't necessarily have to be in the same vicinity. Thank you all for watching and for participating. Thank you, Jan, for joining the chat. Thanks to all my friends at Trivia for hopping in here and saying hi and keeping the chat and keeping the parts where I'm alone from being too boring. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Thanks to Mike Narks and Eric White for letting me do this. And yeah, Cole renamed the chat to Cole Rattles All the Tools in the Garage. Hey, Mike, I was just starting to say bye to everybody. I was about to hop off.
Oh, nice. Cool. Well, dude, thanks for doing this, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity again.
Yeah, I hope you got stuff done.
Yeah, I actually did. I did, I wouldn't have just stood here and scraped gaskets for an hour. I probably would have put that off for like 2-3 weeks. So
Nice. That's awesome. Well, yeah, I can't believe these guys are telling you to sell the Mopar. Boring. Get out of your life. Get out of here. That's funny. All right, buddy. Hey, thanks, man.
Hey, thanks a lot, Mike.
See you, buddy.